What's up, you guys? It's Danny Williams.
And Lucas Tyndale.
And we are back with another episode of Chattin Live. We got a special guest in the building, yes. Cyrus Ausar.
Yes, sir.
So I am excited to get this going. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I woke up this morning and I realized today was going to be an easy interview.
Why?
Because Cyrus is... Talking to Cyrus on the phone is like having an interview with him. I mean, he's just an insightful dude.
Yeah.
He's a thoughtful person.
So he had a whole Cyrus Ausar day.
Yeah, he got a whole Cyrus Ausar day.
I need a day.
I need a day too.
I need a day.
Did we get the day off? From now on, we're taking Cyrus Ausar day off.
That part. I need a Danny day too.
Yeah. But he's a burnout coach, and I think a lot of people who are watching this live or by replay are going to benefit from this. So if you're watching or listening, if you're at work and you can't watch, but you can listen, turn it on, turn it up. Listen to this. If you're watching this replay, don't go anywhere because so many people are dealing with issues of burnout and we don't really know what to do. You know, you're just scrolling social media hoping somebody pops up and says something that's going to help you, but you don't have a clear plan for what you're going to do about burnout. He's going to talk about that today, whether you're a mother or father, you're married or single, whatever your lifestyle status is. Burnout is real.
Burnout is real. I'm gonna go ahead and share
That's
the
a good idea. I'm
real
gonna
quick.
do that too. Let's share it to our personal pages.
Last week, we went to my page or a page. We're trying to just go to Lucas Live Media. So we're gonna share the broadcast, and anybody that hops on, we encourage you guys to share the broadcast too.
Yes.
Let's see. Are we live? We live.
We are live. Good.
Right, great.
We're live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Welcome back, LinkedIn followers. We've been away for a little while, but we're glad to be back with you guys today. And we're going to be doing a lot of interviews coming up here on Chat Live.
Yeah, we've been away for a while, but now we are back, and we're going to be in your face for
back
the next 2 days for sure.
Yeah.
Right? We got a show tomorrow with our guy Trey from Ohio. We'll do a show with him, and then we also have the Mayor's Corner happening this week too. And then next week, all kind of fun things. For Thanksgiving, the kids will be off. There are some things that Panther will hit on during our community
Black Friday
spotlight.
stuff coming up.
Oh yeah, we got Black Friday with Scumba and some of our local businesses. So I'm excited about that.
Yes.
But Panther is also going to be doing our community spotlight, which is sponsored by, look at that, Mentor Start. Sponsored by Mentor Start.
And they just had a big event last night, which Panther will be sharing.
Yeah.
And you guys are going to learn more about with girl Tiffany Skillern and some others from the community they put on. Also, the mayor will be on this week, as we said. And they recently just posted a video that they've donated $50,000 to the Akron-Canton Regional Food Bank.
Oh, wow.
Based on food insecurity and the SNAP benefits and things that are going on. So shout out to the city of Canton and our mayor, Mayor Shear. He will be live here in the building as he is each month. Coming up at the end of the week.
Shout out to the mayor. All right, y'all. So we want to just shout out our sponsors real quick before we get into this. So United Boxing Club. I know you ain't been boxing lately, but you've been working now.
I've been
working now.
I've been doing some Chris Downing workouts.
Yeah, you've been coming in here crying. You've been coming in here crying. And if Chris Downing is watching this, he said he's quitting. So I don't know. I know when I did gymnastics, cheerleading, if we said I quit, that's like 20 push-ups. So
I didn't say that. Don't say that. Me and my wife, she's been coming with me. We've been going on Sunday mornings, and I don't know how many.
That's dedication.
That's dedication.
Sunday morning. At what time?
8 a.m.
8 a.m. It's crazy.
The number of squats we did this week was just absolutely insane, and my legs are still hurting. Yeah, it's gonna pay off. It's always good to stay healthy. And then I go see Marquise once or twice a week at United Boxing Club. I was supposed to go today, and he reached out to me and said, "What you doing?" And I said, "I got things to do."
He stopped. You know what, Marquise? Actually, you know what? You know why I stopped going to Marquise?
Why? Don't say this. Don't sound right. Whatever you're about to say don't sound right.
I stopped going to Marquise because one day I wore a Bulldog t-shirt and he had a fit.
That's why you stopped going.
I almost put it and then there's my goal. He talks about the Bulldogs. I can't say a whole lot back.
All right, but we support United Boxing Club. They're a sponsor of ours, so we don't want to talk bad about him.
Yeah, he's a good dude, you know.
Say nice things about our sponsor.
No, shout out to Keith. No, he is a really good dude. He's a great
guy, yeah.
He has kids. There's youth classes, there's women's classes, there's open gyms. Them kids, he got some kids in there, and they listen. I ain't messing with them. I ain't stepping in the ring with them.
Oh yeah, them kids.
No, but yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to Jessica Danielle Nails. My sister has been in there. She's getting more hours. She's getting more clients. She's getting more clients. Like I've seen my sister do nails, and I've seen the evolution now of her design and just being under Jessica Danielle. And I know a lot of nail techs that go and work there and say how much she pours in and helps and all that. So Jessica is not only a good place to work at, it's a good place for you to learn.
Absolutely.
So shout out to Jessica Danielle Nails.
Shout out to Tiff. Make sure you guys book with
Tiff.
At Jessica Danielle Nails. You guys check her out. Our girl Tiff is there.
And of course, Mentor Star. I was talking to Lori yesterday. She gave us all the things that we needed for our community spotlight today. Anomaly, Crystal Dawson Johnson.
Oh
my God. I asked her one time, like, is it both last names, or now I can't figure out which one comes
Let me
first.
say it. It's Crystal Dawson Johnson over at Anomaly over on Cromer in 30th Street in the 30th Street Plaza. She's done so well for herself. Because of people like you all and us who go and support her and buy our stuff there. She has a lot of great merch, a lot of great stuff, and she does a lot of custom stuff for local businesses, nonprofits, and others. And in just a few years, she's really built a significant business.
Yeah, so basketball season is coming. You know, we're finishing up football season, so basketball season is coming. She does all the kind of, custom T-shirts. If you got a baby out there playing, numbers, names all on the back, whatever you need, she's got you. And she's pretty quick. So shout out to Crystal. Also, the True Body Company. I feel so bad
today because you were supposed to have some products.
I was supposed to bring some products today, and Cyrus brought the books, and I fumbled on bringing the True Body, my black
self. He tries
to
support local businesses.
If you guys,
so what can he do if you don't bring
TrueBodyCode.com? But I'm bringing it.
It's that time of year too. It's a good time of year. People are looking for unique gifts and things to buy their family, make little baskets or little gifts or stocking stuffers or whatever it is. And getting that black soap is so good for people's skin and something that you make personally.
Thank you.
I figured it sounded better
again with that Black Friday show. So make sure you guys, and then we're gonna go out and we're gonna go shopping. We're gonna go, to the mall, to Walmart, and Petite, wherever we're going. But make sure if there's any businesses that are doing, there are Black Friday sales. Shop local. Shop with them first. See what you can get with them, through them first, and then go out to Target. And it's gonna be packed out there anyway.
Yes.
I don't know. Let's give the small businesses.
Let's pull up our CSC chat. Another one of our sponsors is CSC Federal Credit Union. Shout out to them. We appreciate them for being our chat sponsor. Look, I was saying the actual chat itself in case somebody's commenting. I was like, we wouldn't even know. We wouldn't even know. What's up, Didi Backy is in the comments. What's up? Anybody else? Say what's up if you're here. We're glad to have you guys here again, live or by replay. Take your lunch break. Get out of work. Check the show out.
Just put us up, in the wherever you're
in the break room.
We told the food bank the other day, like, just put us up right here.
We did.
Right in the lobby.
Everybody
can watch it.
They will. We got it.
Yeah.
We're
So
get that
during
going.
the show, when we get Cyrus on, we're gonna have a conversation with him. We're gonna talk about some burnout, mental recovery, mental wellness, all the things that he does. And if you have questions, we'll get to you guys in the chat. But we have a special segment now where we are gonna do a CSC chat. And we will answer a few questions in the chat. So we'll talk to Cyrus. We'll go to a little break and we'll come back and we'll answer some questions.
I love it.
That's cool. All right, so I'm going to introduce Cyrus and then we are going to jump into our sponsor video. We're going to come back with our guy, Cyrus. So Cyrus, today's guest, is a burnout recovery coach and award-winning humanitarian with over 25 years of experience helping people rebuild their energy, resilience, and purpose. Cyrus Ausar is the founder of Grow Mental Health and Wellness in Massillon, where he offers zero-gravity massage sessions, personalized burnout coaching, and holistic programs designed for real, sustainable recovery. He has raised over $6 million for nonprofits, written multiple transformational books, and has spoken at more than 300 schools nationwide, teaching mental wellness to the next generation. His work has earned features on Fox 8, CBS, and Channel 3, as well as major community awards, including recognition on Stark County's 20 Under 40 list and his own Cyrus Ausar Day in the city of Massillon. So when we come back, welcome Cyrus Ausar. We'll be right back. Here we go. All right, we got him. We got Cyrus. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here.
I'm glad to be here.
Yes. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling really good. I'm ready to get started.
You got stuff to talk about. All right,
we only got an hour.
Hey, listen, introduce yourself and go ahead. Let's get this thing started.
My name is Cyrus Ausar. Y'all can check me out at cyrusausar.com. But I wanted to get straight into it. I'm gonna make this easy for you.
All right. We're going to sit back and relax.
Hey.
Have you ever, I was just looking up some stuff on y'all.
Okay.
Have you ever had self-doubt, Lucas?
Absolutely. Some days you've called me in the middle of self-doubt, brother. And you said, I'm just calling to check on you. And I said,
You know why?
called.
I understand self-doubt is normal, but I was looking at some stuff, and you can just tell me if this is true or not.
Uh-huh.
I seen that your wife has a great product.
Yes.
And is doing extremely well.
Absolutely.
I seen that if this is true or not, your daughter was on 4.0, like
My
for
daughter,
honor.
her whole life.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
2 for 2.
2 for 2.
I walked into this place. Does it say Lucas Live on the?
It does.
How many square feet is this?
Like about 2,400. I don't know. Something.
I walk past room, and I'm sitting here looking at all this equipment. I'm looking at all that you built. I'm looking at where you started, from coming to the Greatness Cafe to a couple of mics, and just seeing all the transformation that has happened over time to you becoming who you are today. And what's interesting is a good man or a good woman is measured by the trail that they leave.
Yeah.
Here you is with a wife that's doing well and kids that's doing well, and you self-doubt yourself.
That's deep.
Like,
man.
Now hold on. Now my question is, you make that make sense to us.
Well,
Go ahead. You on the spot. Make that make sense to us. I understand self-doubt is normal.
Yep.
And it happens to us all. But I need to understand how you get to self-doubt with a studio, wife doing well, and kids doing well. Go ahead. You got the floor.
that puts things into perspective,
That really
doesn't it? That doesn't it? It makes you, want to, acknowledge and be grateful for the things that you have. I know that we go through moments and times where we wish we had more, we work or could be doing more, but to take a minute to just stop and look around. You're right. I was just in Corinne's basement the other day helping her with the bookmarks, right? Mm-hmm. And we were just talking about we in the basement, but his studio.
That's where I started, same basement. My business started in the basement.
So
I moved out.
Now she's in more business in the basement.
Yeah, I'm basement.
The foundation that you laid created comfort for your family to be able to do it.
That's real.
So I also know of a soap company that got started.
Yeah.
Why did it get started? It
got started because I was having trouble with my skin and I couldn't figure out what to do. So I found something, I was doing it, it was working for me, it was working for my family, and someone said, start that business because this thing works.
So you found a solution for your personal issue and shared it with the world.
I did.
And you self-doubt.
That's deep.
Didn't your son just have his 7th birthday?
Oh, he did.
Yep.
He did.
He looked extremely happy.
He does. He's happy.
And I can say this to the public. When they came into the wellness center, her son was extremely well-mannered, smile, and you kept him on top of stuff like make sure you look him in the eye when you shake his hand.
Yeah.
And building that foundation for the next generation, isn't that what this is about?
Yeah.
And both y'all doing it and y'all gonna sit here. Y'all should walk off. Y'all should walk off. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all be killing me.
Cyrus Ausar came in hot. Cyrus Ausar came in hot.
We got a little bit of time.
And what you're saying to us is true of most people, that we often live very blessed lives, and we live in a country with a lot of issues, but also a lot of opportunity. Most of us aren't struggling as bad as others in the world, and we still have doubt. And you're absolutely right. It's like I do all this, and there's days where I'm like, I don't know, what's next, or what am I not doing right, or what could I do differently? And because I people like myself, like yourself, and you always call to check. It's like I have this, and Danny as well. We have this desire to keep going to a higher level. Mm-hmm. So I'm never like, I got all this, and I'm like, we had just this half of the building for the first 9 months. It wasn't even a year, and we already calling the landlord like, we got to go through the wall, man. We need more space. We're going through the wall, and you saw me in 2 doors down in a space that was about the size of a corner of this, and we were doing shows. So,
well, the thing is, suffering is a fixed cost in living. Like everybody's going to suffer no matter what. If you're doing well, there's going to be a suffer. Yeah. If you're doing bad, it's going to be a suffer. If you're hungry, if you're full, like no matter what. So if you got a fixed thing, why wouldn't we suffer for the lifestyle that we want?
Yeah.
So if you, like you just talked about expanding and all those issues you run into, I consider those good problems. Yeah. Like I this won't sound weird, but I love struggle. Because it's an indication of growth. Mm-hmm. And every time that I ran into something hard, pause, I always raise to another level.
Yeah.
Although you won't see something, it's almost like what's coming to you, how can I say it? you may not know the answer, but you just know something. I don't know, the music kind of throwing me off.
Turn that down a little bit. Turn that down a little bit.
Yeah, when you got like for example, when you have goals, you trying to map it out to say, this is what I want to do, and I want to do it like this, boom, boom, boom. But nobody actually knows exactly how A to B is. So in the process of figuring it out, that's when that burnout come, that's when that self-doubt come, that's when all those things come. But that struggle is necessary. What have you gotten that was easy, that was worth it?
So good.
Yeah.
Nothing. I mean, I think about things like parenting. Parenting is one of the hardest things ever and most rewarding things ever. And to get your kids where you want them to go, it's some struggle, some days, but it pays off.
It always does. I mean, if you look at, that's why I say I love struggle, but I look at life. And not only do I appreciate life, I look at how fast it goes. As we talked about before with my friend on the last segment, I was recently looking at like the 80s hits, and they have Michael Jackson, they have all these different people, Prince, and all these people that we love, and they look lively. Yeah. He was moonwalking, he was dancing, he was playing, and all of them is dead.
Right, that's a good point.
You get what I mean? Yeah. Like, this stuff is going to go fast. How long ago did you open up Lucas Live? When did you start?
2020.
2020. You started 6 years ago in January.
Right.
Like, you know how fast that is? Your son is 7.
That's
and you started
crazy.
6 years
That
ago.
don't even seem right.
You get what I mean?
Right.
So within this short amount of time that we got, you know, you cherish those that's around us that we love, and you keep moving forward, whatever that may look like, and don't get too caught up in the distractions. So I think I was talking to you. I'm like, if you had like you walking in alignment with God, and you doing what you believe is the best thing, and when you pray, you know the devil is listening too. So there's always things listening when you're talking to God or talking to yourself. So in regards to that, if you were a negative energy or quote unquote the devil, what would you do to stop somebody progressing?
You did say that.
Right?
Yep.
So if I was to stop somebody progressing, I would give them self-doubt. I would make them question themselves. I would give them all those things. So that's always an indication you moving in alignment when you have those things, because if you was a negative energy, that's what you would give somebody to stop.
Right. You're right. It's powerful. One of the most powerful things is how much we stop ourselves with our own self-doubt. And our own self-doubt, I think of burnout, and I look forward to you sharing with us a little bit about it overall for those who may not even know that they're dealing with it. We got a whole book on it here. He's written on it. So we want you guys to check that out. But I think of burnout as like, your car is in the garage, it's not even going anywhere, but you're stepping on the gas and the tires are spinning and you're putting miles on it and you're not even getting anywhere. You're just burning up the car for no reason. And sometimes in life, it feels like we're not going anywhere, and that's why we feel like we're in the garage with the tires going and the car going, and we feel burnt out from just the thought of stuff.
The thoughts. So I was going to ask, like, you know, we've been to the, what was it called again?
The Wellness Center?
The Wellness Center.
Wellness Center, I'm sorry. We've been there. And I know you shared with us that you do more coaching with business owners, right? And what Lucas just said, like, it's the thought, it's our perspective, right? So as a burnout coach, are you coaching more of the mental and like trying to redirect our thoughts and like the perspective and mindset on it? Because I think what I'm hearing is like it comes down to that. It comes down to how we perceive the things that we're going through.
Yeah. A big part of it is how you process what's going on. Like I was just saying at the beginning, when you have your kids and Lucas Live, and you may think that you're not accomplishing anything, and you put all these heavy loads on yourself. So it's a loaded question you just asked, because everybody bring a different set of what they believe they're going through, that struggle. But a big part of it is stemming in self-doubt, but feeling like overload. Because a lot of people don't know how to redirect. Like the work ethic is never the problem. It's the plan of what you're going to do is the problem.
You said that.
So when I speak with somebody, for example, I had a session last night or yesterday, and he was so overwhelmed because he kept trying to please the audience, like his clients. So in doing so, he kept expanding wide to say, okay, let me do one more thing. Let me do one more thing. Let me do one more thing. And then we started looking at the margins of his business to say, okay, if this thing is the main thing your business is about, then why are we focusing on level 7 that's only gonna make you $1.50 when this thing is making you 11, and you're gonna remove yourself from this, and this is the name of your business. So that's, sometimes we get so caught up in trying to please everyone that we lose sight of what our goals is inside of our business. So that's one aspect. Another aspect is you can feel unappreciated in your own home. So it's a lot of times people are working to build something that they believe that other people don't care that they're building. So that's the part that will burn them out, because you're like, I will do anything to create the universe for my wife and my children, or your son. You will do anything, but to put all that effort into it and believe that they don't care too, you're like, wait a minute. So these sacrifices that I'm making for my wife or for my daughter or for your son, and they don't care, those are the reasons why you're getting up and pushing forward. So if that get removed, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's a big chunk out of what keeps us going. Especially, I can speak more from a man's standpoint. Especially as a man, you want to make sure your family is safe. You want to build the proper foundation. You want to establish leadership. You want to do all these things. So if everybody is not willing to understand the severity of how hard we're pushing, that'll make somebody want to quit. That's what I'm talking to people about as well.
I think a lot of men, we don't acknowledge burnout because we've been taught to just push through. I said this many years ago. I wrote this in my book. I was talking about how a boy and a girl will both be riding their bikes as children. They both fall off the bike. They'll go pick up the little girl, kiss her boo-boos, carry the little princess in the house, and they'll tell the little boy, pick up your sister's bike too and walk it off and get in the house. And they're both just equally as hurt. They're both just little children who fell off their bike, hurt themselves, and are crying. And so I think as men, we are just grown-up little boys who have not had the outlet for emotional expression. So when somebody asks us how we're feeling, what we're doing, do you feel stressed out, burnt out? We're like, no, I'm good. How you doing? I'm good. You call often, and you always say, Lucas, I don't expect anything from you. You're like, if you have me on your show or not, or whatever, left or right, or whatever, because I talked to you about the pressures of the business. You know, a lot of people want to come on. We can't get everybody on. Everything doesn't go perfect. You said, if people are really for you, they're not going to be trying to take from you. And they're just going to check on you. And you do that often. And you make me think about things that I don't think about, because as a man, nobody else asked me that. And if my wife asked me, although I can confide in her, there are times when I feel like sharing too much is putting the load on her too. Now it's on both of our minds. And I'm like, I don't want her worrying about what I'm worried about. So she's like, how you doing? I'm like, I'm good. Until you call, and then I have an outlet for that. Now, why is that a part of who you are and what you do? You have so many skills. You've done so many things. You've traveled across the country. You've lived in California. You've done so much. Why be here now doing what you're doing?
Whoa, great question. Well, to start, I truly care and love people, as well. I'm said in your last segment. I'm one of those people that really call to see how people is doing without wanting anything. It's just a checkup. So I say, and I even tell other people around me, I'm like, did you call so-and-so? Did you call your dad? Did you call your mom? Did you call someone? Like, just see how they're doing. Because everybody possesses some power in their energy. So it's some things that Lucas is going to have, certain things you're going to have, Danny, that will help somebody make it throughout their day. Just saying, what's going on? I was just checking in, even if it was a 30-second conversation. What you got going on? Oh, I'm about to run into whatever. Oh, I was just checking to see how you was doing. That becomes necessary for people to make it throughout their day, because they have all those barriers on them, and one of those big things is feeling appreciated or feeling unloved. And if you have that too, like that's a lot. But why am I doing what I'm doing? Honestly, I think that it was given to me. I don't think that I look for it, because been doing it since 13. So it never really been a job.
2013, or since you were 13?
No, since I was 13. Wow. So that was at the Boys and Girls Club, where they separate you based on age. And I just wanted to spend time with my little brother. That was it. Just spending time with my little brother. And I didn't know within that, it started becoming mentorship to other kids in that environment. And I just never stopped. And then when I look at it, what my dad did, my dad brought in other kids that live with us. I mean, it's just, I don't know how to say it. It's just always felt like this is just what I'm supposed to do. Just check in on people, see how they were doing, and give out the best information I possibly can while I'm alive.
That's amazing.
That's good. That's a muscle to build, because I know when I do reach out to people, it makes me feel good. Like when I've reached out, hey, how are you? Just checking in. I'm not consistent with it. And I wish I could be more like that. What is it about that, I don't know, building that muscle? Like,
well, I look at it like this. Everybody get given a ton of opportunity, whatever that may be. So whenever you run across whatever opportunity it is that exists in your life, I think, who can I give it to? So while we talked about getting on stage, I think, who else could get on stage? If I think about writing my book, I'll be like, okay, who can write a book that I can give some information to? Because I just came across something. I think about that all the way around the board. I think about Lucas Live, when I'm like, send me the press kit, or send me what the sponsorship packages look like. Send me those things, because I'll send it out to somebody. Now, whether they buy it or not, so be it. But if this is a way to aid the direction that you're going, why wouldn't I do it? And that just became a natural thought. You know, so like I'm talking about your soap. I'm like, bring your soap. I was about to do a commercial on her soap that I never tried. But I want to try it, and I'm going to make sure, you know, that I publicize it to the people that I know. That, like, I think that's a great thing, that you put the time in to create a soap that not only solved your issues, but other people's issues. And I don't know why, like, let me look at the camera. Like, are y'all buying soap? Yes, I know you buying soap. If you skipping showers, I mean, that's a whole different segment. That's a different kind of burnout. So, like, if y'all watching this show and they know Danny on any level, why haven't you bought one? Like, just no, like, for real, like, from a rational standpoint, I don't get nothing. I'm not getting a cut of this. I'm not getting, zoom in on me. So this is what I don't understand. Y'all know her on a personal level, cheerleading, raising family right, being positive, being supportive, being all these things, and then you gonna go to the store and buy some Dove.
Make it make sense, y'all.
Like, get your Dove. No problem. Get your Dove. But how did you not get one of what you have been working on? Man, can y'all pop that up, the link or whatever? But
you know, I got it somewhere. I can put it somewhere. I'll put it in the comments.
I can't comprehend this. And then let's just take it to Lucas Live. Like, you've been working on this thing for so long, building it up, working in the community, popping up at events, and you got sponsorship packages. They got businesses. Why won't they have the conversation? Like, to even see if they are capable.
Right.
Like, if you have a will, there's a way. If you got a business and you really want to get your business out, you can sit back and say, oh, I don't have the money for Lucas's stuff. Or you could say, Lucas, look, I know your windows need washed. I know your floor needs swept. What can I do to get my advertisement of my business? Like, you have to just look at stuff and try.
Yes.
So, I mean, you know me, I started getting into it. I
love it.
But that's what I just don't be understanding, because I know in LA, I was homeless and I was still trying to pay people to sit down and have meetings.
Wow.
So it was like, let me figure out a way to grow into greatness.
Wow, literally, right?
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Listen, so when we were introducing you, I talked about you visiting 300 schools nationwide, and I'm all about, you know, uplifting the next generation and pouring into them and just, you know, helping them with the healthy mindset. What does it look like when you've traveled around to the schools? What did you talk about? Where's the message that you were spreading when you went around?
When we went to all the schools, and let me add this: I was homeless when I was going to these schools. Wow. So, you know, we was bouncing around. Well, before Grizz got out there, I was going to all these different schools, like, because I was like, that was a way to have something to do.
Wow.
You know, you can have something to do. But what I was more or less talking about at my beginning phases was trying to establish who I was and helping them understand who they were. So it was more like youth empowerment. So when I was doing that, it was a lot of fielding a lot of questions, because it was kids that not only didn't know who they were, they felt like they were unloved. And that can be from the teachers, that can be from their parents, that can be from whatever it is. Like, so I went from a Watts area where they don't have a mom or a father and they're being raised by their grandma to a Beverly Hills where they got a trophy mom and, you know, they really raised by their nanny and didn't have those issues. So I just more or less talked to people about who they were and who they wanted to become. And that was really the central focus.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And today you've brought a book with you, but you've written other things prior, things that you've taken into schools and other things. Talk to us a little bit about your journey as an author. What else you have, and then kind of lead us up to the book you have out now.
This is my 6th book. The first book was 7 Steps to Discover Your Inner Greatness, I believe. I mean, it's been so long now, but when I wrote my first book, it was trash. I'm gonna be keeping it real with y'all. It was horrible, but it was the best I could do. So I see people have the ability to put themselves on the forefront, but they think about how other people is going to perceive them.
Yeah.
And that's what stopped them. I know some great people that is not writing their books because they're afraid of how they're going to be received by their group.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I don't want my group of scholars to say this. But anyways, my first book was 7 Steps. And then it was like a wise way to understand everyday problems. It was, I can't even remember them all. But it was always about rethinking what you may be going through and giving a different perspective to it. Because you have options on, do you want to take this approach on a negative side? Do you want to say, oh, I can't do it, or they ain't gonna like me, or blah, blah. You can do that, but I mean, what's gonna come from it? Or you can choose the other side, like look at all these situations from an empowering side. So that was what it was about with building the perspective behind these books. And the most recent one, Burned Out But Built for More. Look, you got a smile on the count of 3. But this was about how we feel burned out, and it came from a lot of studying being at Greatness Cafe. So Greatness Cafe was open for 3.5 years roughly, and that was about a positive mental health cafe to uplift our community, affirmations through drinks, etc. And I did free one-on-one sessions, free for 3.5 years. So that's the reason why now I got to go back to charging. I'm sorry. I gave y'all 3.5 for free. But anyways, as I got a chance to talk to so many different people, I got a chance to see what they were experiencing. So I was like, wait a minute, this is not really depression and suicidal thought. I want to be very clear. That is extremely real. But it's things that lead them up to that point. So, and I'm not talking about, now if you're talking about chemicals, things like that, people vitamin D deficient, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how they feel unappreciated and it compounds over a period of time. How they are trying their best and running on a treadmill for a period of time and feeling like nothing is changing. So that's the reason why I wanted to write this book, to highlight all the things that I help people get through and, put it in a text.
Love that.
Love it.
So somebody thinking about getting a book, how can they get the book? We want to say this multiple times throughout this broadcast.
CyrusAusar.com right there.
CyrusAusar.com. They can get the book. They can get the other books. I mean, they can always come down to goingtogrow.com. I mean, they set up a one-on-one session, but they can get it from CyrusAusar.com. It's on Amazon and everything like that, but, Amazon take too big of a cut.
That right.
Yeah, go straight to the store, So I have a question. So we see Cyrus Ausar now. You have your own day in Massillon, Ohio. You have the Greatness Cafe. You have all these books. You have this mindset, this perspective. But I can't help to hear what you said about being homeless and then speaking at these schools.
Right.
How were you able? Like, were you? Did your parents instill this in you? Like, how the perspective, the mindset? How were you able to even go through that and still be able to pour in and have enough energy, enough just want and will to do that? Like, what kept you going? Like, how did you build that muscle?
I really think it was God. Like when I really moved out from Atlanta to drive to LA, I called the journey Full Trunk in Faith.
And how old were you?
24.
Wow.
24.
Okay.
But I called the journey Full Trunk in Faith. That's when I gave up everything that I accumulated from what I believe was not the right way of living. So gave away all my clothes, gave away all my money, and I ended up leaving to go out to LA with $88.
Wow.
So I'm just like, I don't know what's gonna come from this. I have no idea. But if you have faith, you don't question. So if you ask about the
now listen.
Because I'm like, wait, you
most
gave
people
away
have
all
faith.
your stuff and then left and
Most people have faith and they question everything.
Yeah.
They have a level of faith. Help us with this.
I mean, you can't be conveniently. You can't like faith is not convenience.
Right.
You can't say I'm gonna believe in God when it pertains to this.
Yeah.
But then I'm gonna question that. So no, it was just like, this is what it's going to be. I'm either going to fly or I'm going to fall. And I pray for wings.
Right.
And then it took time. I'm not acting like it wasn't hard and it wasn't, it wasn't no walk in the park.
Right.
When you sleeping in your car in the area you never been to, I'm questioning if if somebody gonna rob me, if somebody gonna steal, what happened if my car get towed?
Right.
What happened if you go to the you need to use the bathroom? Where you gonna park if you got to use the bathroom at 2 a.m.?
Man.
You know, just all those factors I thought about, but I understand also what's behind. Let's say y'all asked to be mediocre. And this is for y'all and it's for everybody that's listening. You know how easy your life would be if you asked to be mediocre? The reason why you're having these problems is because you're asking to be great. So right now, all of us, I'm talking about us three right now, can go to a local grocery store and stock. And I want to be clear, I'm not knocking nobody that's stocking anything right now. What I am saying is if that becomes it, me, Lucas, Danny, we about to go to Walmart. We're going to go to this place and we're going to stock, and this is going to be our life. We're going to just go ahead and play video games on the weekends. We ain't going to push no further. We ain't going to work out. We ain't going to eat healthy. We ain't going to do none of that. We just going to play video games, stock, and we can coast into, I can live 2,000 years like that. Right. But when you start talking about you want to be better, you want to make sure your son had the things that you didn't have, that's going to be struggles that you struggling so he won't have to do that type of struggle.
That's real.
You know, the same thing, you laying down the foundation for your wife and your children, so you're going to take on struggles so they won't have to, so she can have the... You gave your wife the ability to have a clear mind to create a concept.
That's amazing.
Like, come on. You know how many people pray for that situation? You know why they're homeless in a car? You got a great husband that is creating a foundation for you to... Man, you know what the biggest thing...
They don't hear you.
You know what one of the biggest things that is what we call, freeing. You know what that is? Having the ability to think.
That's real.
Having the ability to think.
Yeah.
So if you are creating an environment that somebody can think in, how more liberating can you be?
That's real.
You got to think about rent.
Yeah.
You got to think about food. You got to think about your kids' stuff. You got to go get him today. You got to think about, and imagine all that being stripped away because somebody stepped in and make it. Man, you'll be able to do whatever.
I can do it all.
Right.
So
You're right.
You can't devalue that treasure you able to give to your family and kids. I know I ain't mean to deviate because we're supposed to be talking about
that's a great point though.
Burned out with built for more, but I'm just saying.
Even for me with my team, you know, Danny, Tiff, others on our team, Panther, Asia, Ramir, everybody, it's like what they do gives me space to think and do and be and even be present with my family because I'm such a worker. Like I'm here 7 days a week. I'll just keep working. Like I just don't know any other way. And more I'm like, man, I got to go home, you know, or whatever's going on. It's like Tiff's got it. Danny's got it. This show, planning it, prepping it, all kinds of stuff. You know, all that happens because I have space. And I always think about my son is starting to do some work for us. I'm always like, man, the more people give me space to think, the more I can build the stuff. Because if I got to grind and do every little thing, I'm like, man, that takes me away from that ability to be a thought leader even inside the business. So a lot of business owners don't have good people around them and they can't grow their business because they're literally doing everything.
And that is the burnout.
Yeah.
One time I was out in Los Angeles, and this story is relevant to thought. One time I was out in Los Angeles and I went to this guy's mansion. All right. And we sitting there and it's in Beverly Hills and it was in Beverly Hills, and we walked out on this deck, and we were overlooking the ocean and overlooking the city, and I mean, it was quiet, and you know what he said? He just sat there, and I was just sitting there looking like, this look crazy, like, look what God is. You know what I mean? I'm like, this look crazy.
Right.
And you know what he said to me that kind of always stuck with me and blew my mind? He said, now this is how you write Harry Potter.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like just the clear mind
things
to be able to think for creation.
Yes.
To not have that mind to think for creation, what does that do? Stress, it compounds. We think about food, we think about all these other different types of things, and that's where that burnout comes from.
Man, you did something amazing.
Man, I got a lot to say.
Okay.
Y'all gave me 1 hour.
Danny, I'm going to throw it to you. You can ask the question.
Okay.
I just one quick reflection, though.
Ahead,
Sorry, I just want
ahead.
to reflect. And Cyrus, you can get back to this or not, but jump to Danny's. But you, in shutting down the Greatness Cafe and going to build your wellness center, I just kept looking like, how is he doing it? Because the Greatness Cafe is an income stream. It's not your only income stream, but it's a clear income stream. And you were putting so much time into it. I'm like, that has to be a big part of his life. And then you're like, it was just months and months and months. And I'm like, when is he going to open this thing? Like, what is he doing? You just chilling, you popping up, you calling me, checking on me. I'm like, how are you though? Like, you closed your business, my man. Like, how are you living? And you were so strategic. So we can get to that. But everything you've done in your life or the things that I've witnessed you do, you've done it with a plan and a strategy. And because of your planning, you didn't have to worry about the next phase because you planned for the next phase. Most of us are just catching up with ourselves, so we always feel like we're underwater. So I just want to say, there's more to that story. Maybe we'll get to it. I got to let Danny ask her question.
I appreciate it.
It wasn't really even it is, but it's not. I was just thinking about the perspective of what you were saying. Like, we think all these things, like we have to do all these things are so hard. And I don't know, I always think that I'm working right now to get myself to a place of that peace, right? I want to get myself I want to live on an island, and I want to look out and have a quiet mind. But for some reason, I think that I'm working to get that. Is that the case, or can I find that while I'm in the midst of that?
That's a great question.
No, it's definitely find it while you're in the midst of the madness. Like, that's what pausing is.
Yeah.
It's a reset. So believe it or not, you're already getting it in doses.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't see it.
Yeah.
So let me give you an example. I seen you post a video of your son scoring a touchdown.
Yeah.
And you were screaming.
Mm-hmm.
That is.
Mm-hmm.
Would you?
Priceless.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let me ask you this question. It's for the audience as well. Would you love the beach, you want to lay out on the beach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you remove your son's touchdown for a day on the beach?
Nope. Nope.
That's priceless.
Nope.
Those moments.
So you're saying
priceless. I know
that you are getting your peaceful moments.
You're right.
That is an aspect of your peace.
Yeah.
Your son doing well, or you doing well, or the times you meditate. I don't know. Everybody relaxes in a different way. So it might be you taking a bath with your soap and you just relax and you got your candles lit, you got your music on, and you get a mom, you're like, oh my God. Yeah. Right now, it doesn't feel like, but when you get grown, you can like, man, I wish you would, you would knock on the door.
And I'm great from my perspective of especially being a mom and seeing my son, having him come in. A lot of people are like, oh, they got to get out of here. It's New Year's Eve. I'm like, we gonna play games at the house. We gonna stay together. I love my son. I love my kids and my presence. I love my kids. So I'm glad I'm not one of them.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
you kids out my face.
No,
right.
What I'm saying is,
no, I hear you.
You can always the peace. I mean, that's the thing to strive for. Yeah, but be appreciative of everything during the journey. Because you can get there and that thing won't be as real as you think it is.
That's a good point. It'd be too hot. It'd be too this.
You don't know until you actually get there.
House. Right.
There's a lot of things, and this is good because it's aspiration, but it's a lot of things that people strive for that when they get there, they realize is not fulfilling.
That's true.
Whatever that may be. They can look for a certain relationship, then they get in that, and then it's not fulfilling. They can look for a certain job, then they get there, it's not fulfilling. People do that with cars. They do it with I did it with jewelry. Where I thought, like, you know what, getting a Rolex is going to change everything. And then you get it, and I understand it because people. But after you have it, it don't mean nothing no more. And I'm not trying to, that wasn't a flex. I want to be clear because y'all know me personally, but they don't know me. So it won't mean nothing.
Because most people there is something they think if they get, they'd be happy.
No.
One of the things I've challenged myself over the years is not to live for the weekend because I realized I had so many days of work that I enjoyed. Every moment of everything I have to do isn't fun, but I do get to do fun things. Like this is a part of my work. What a blessing that is. Spending time in the evening with my family. My daughter has an orchestra concert tonight, and she's been playing the cello since she was like 7 or 8, and she's a junior in high school now. And even my older kids, talking to them, working with them, and my daughter who's in college and seeing her go through that journey. She was in Orlando, so it looks like she's on a resort. Every time I look at her in school, I'm like, what? Are we paying for a resort? This is crazy. But just those moments matter, and I don't want to wait till a weekend, which goes so fast, and forget I'm on the couch. Me and my wife are watching one of our shows, one of whatever it is that we really like to watch together. Those are that's heaven on earth, and I think we miss heaven. We miss life waiting on an afterlife, and it may not be heaven. It may be some eventual heaven on earth that we think we're going to get to.
Yeah, I started learning after you go through, I think they call it an ignorant phase, where you start to get the things that you really wanted, you know, and I think everybody should experience that, where you got a lot of the things that you want.
Yeah.
Because what happens is you'll start to realize that don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
It won't, and everybody has to go through, a lot of us has to go through that.
Yeah.
Because they will value the thing over the people or the moment.
Yeah.
Like, it's people that will go into a restaurant with their close friends and then complain about the food was nasty.
Right.
Boom, 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 boom.
Right.
And then they will not enjoy
The moment
themselves.
with their people.
But they got some great people around
Yeah.
them.
Right.
The same thing happened, and I know this one is huge. People will focus on who don't show up for them and
Yes.
skip the people that do. I think I sent you a message on that. I'm like, don't ever focus on who's not supporting.
Yes.
Focus on who does and love those people and move forward.
Yeah.
So it just gets so, like, I don't know, man. It just gets so, we just get caught up in what we believe is something that's not the real thing. Your family, your health, the people that love you. If it's us three and we can be on a track walking at the park, we can be at a basketball game with the Cavs, we can be on a yacht, we can be in any setting, and if I enjoy you, it doesn't matter.
Right. Right.
But people believe that the setting dictates
The joy.
The
Yeah,
joy,
yeah.
you know. So that is something that I understand at the same time, because they got to do some growing.
Yeah.
Because they may be stuck at that area where they never got a chance to experience a lot. To how can I say, they never got a chance to experience enough to believe that this setting is more important than the people.
That is so
I get
good.
it though. I want to be clear. I always want to be clear. I don't want to ever seem like I'm knocking anybody's ambition or any of that type of stuff, because we all are growing. But the people is always more important.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can go to the work. We can go sit at McDonald's.
Yeah.
And chop it up and have a good time.
Yeah.
Or we can go sit at a 5-star restaurant and chop it up and have a good
At the
time.
same
And some people believe that the place is more important than the people.
And it's so funny because when we're younger, we don't have it's like a learned perception, because when we're younger, I remember Maslin car shows and hanging out and I'm a Canton guy, but I did spend some time. But like being in the parking lot at the McDonald's at the Maslin car show with guys and just laughing and having the best time. Nothing mattered. Nobody cared. Or walking down to the Wendy's or being around here. Just when you're young, the simplest thing, going to the mall with no money. I remember going to the mall with no money and having the best time, walking with my friends, talking to girls, whatever it was. And as an adult, it's like, what if I had no money? It's like, why am I here? Like, it should be a purpose, and we lose that. Like, I need some elevated experience now, which isn't true.
We all lose sight. I mean, and I'm not acting like I'm exempt from it, because I'm sure it's times where I lost sight as well. But for example, this weekend, couple weekends ago, I was with my brothers and we was down in Atlanta at a wing spot watching sports, and the wings were terrible. I mean, absolutely horrible. I wish I can remember the name, but no, I wouldn't do that. But the wings were horrible. But my brothers and my good friend Ari, and he my brother too, we just sitting there joking about a whole bunch of different things and perspective and all that type of stuff, and we just clowning. Same thing, my brother Grizz is over here now, and we'd just go to different restaurants and just clown.
Yeah.
Just test different foods or whatever it is, and I'm giving another shout out to Grizz, because he's my business partner and good friend, brother from all this time.
Yeah.
He was alongside of it as well, coming out to LA. Going to different schools. He was shooting all the camera work. He don't like the forefront, but yeah,
You got to have people like that. I mean, it takes the stress off of you.
Yeah, I like that. We all got our sense of humor,
Right.
So
I love that. Shout out to our people in the CSC chat.
Yes, in the CSC chat. Y'all leave some questions for Sarah. I put some up on here. We got Steve Beatty in the chat. He said this was powerful, and he also said go buy some soap. He bought some soap. Shout out to Steve Beatty.
Yes.
I can go buy his seasonings.
Yes, we got him out here. We live with them seasonings.
Hey, let me see.
Go ahead, do your
boom,
thing. Do your thing. Do your thing.
Boom.
Good.
Steve Beatty is a great friend as well. So he was willing to come to the Greatness Cafe. Ooh, I don't know if he's going to get mad at me for saying this. He was willing to come to the cafe just on love.
Wow.
On the love.
Wow.
And he did shrimp and grits.
Man, the best shrimp and grits.
The line was down the block.
It was crazy.
Man.
But here he is doing a great thing. He told a story about, his family and why he created it and all those different things. And then we got to see, he sold out.
Yeah.
He sold out his seasonings, but I just appreciate him as well. But once again, I get that. You know how much of a blessing, you ask me how I reach out to people, whatever. You know how much of it is a blessing that I get a chance to talk to these great people for nothing. Like, I get a chance to call you.
Yeah.
I get a chance to call a Steve Beatty. I get a chance to call. I see Judy Williams in the chat, and she's a great supportive person as well. But I get a chance to talk to these people. Like, I think I'm the one blessed.
That's amazing. That's an amazing statement. And shout out to everybody we were just talking about. Again, Judy, thank you so much. She's one of our biggest. She's just a supportive person. Her and I, she was really close to my aunt who we lost this year. And I was saying to her that I was happy birthday. She recently had a birthday. I got to spend more time with her this year under a negative circumstance. But sometimes when you're going through something hard, who you're going through it with matters also. Because that could have hurt. It hurts to lose I was so close to my aunt. She was somebody who was so special to me, and everybody who knew her, she was very special to them. But Judy was there in the hospital with us every day, and just to sit and talk to her and just hang out and have moments to laugh, and her family and her daughter and her husband and everybody, it just meant so much, to be around people like that. So shout out to people. Steve Beatty, obviously a huge friend of the show, great friend of mine. He's another one of those people who calls just to check. Very few people, and especially again as a man, very few times does my phone ring and it's not somebody wanting something. And I love to give and I love to help people. So I'm not mad like, oh, I can't believe I'm mad at them. It's not that. It's just my expectation is people are calling because they need something, not because they want to give something. So it means a lot.
It's an old statement. I'm sorry if I cut you off.
You're good. Go ahead.
It's an old statement. They say, you only make it as far as the people you talk to for no reason.
Wow.
So, if you're sitting there talking to somebody about whatever you're talking to them about, what is the conversation and what is you learning?
Right.
Because if somebody is sitting there and they talking to you about absolutely nothing, and whether y'all shooting the breeze, that's a little different because y'all laughing or whatever. But if you're not learning nothing leaving the conversation, nothing,
right?
You're not inspired. You don't want to raise the bar. You don't want to do anything. You feel drained.
Right.
You feel
there's a cost
burned out.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? So I get a chance to talk to I can go down a list of amazing people that I get a chance to talk to for no reason.
That's amazing.
You know what I mean? My girl is over here now, and she's about to do $1 million in sales.
That's amazing.
You get what I mean? So just all those things. You heard
Mine too. I like that. We got some good over there. Yes, I'm about to relax a little bit.
Next.
I know, right? What do we have? What are we doing?
So we're talking about, talking to people. One thing we didn't quite hit on, and I want to as we end out the show, is you talking to more people downtown, Maslin, Ohio. You have this massage chair. You have this room where we
went
go
and experienced
get
it.
Sessions for any of our burnout that we're having. Talk to us a little bit about that and how can people book with you? What are you looking for? Give them just a little bit about that.
Well, Going to Grow is a burnout recovery center. So it's about, you can come in and get a zero gravity chair massage. Because I learned that a lot of people don't like being touched by those that they don't know. Yeah. So this chair was like $12,000. And what it does is it lean you back, give you a full body massage. And you able to also set your mode. So I got the ocean on the television or a fireplace or space or...
you feel like you're in an IMAX theater. The TV's so big. It's like...
I need an hour next time.
It's a real... And it's always hard to explain until you actually sit in it. Because they be like, is this kind of like the mall?
Right.
You like, it's not even close.
No. Right.
Is this kind of like, so they try and make comparisons of things that is not even close. So I'm like, just come in, just try it. That's why I say, you can try it for free. Just go to goingtogrow.com and you can set yourself up for a free trial massage. And then from there, if you want to do a one-on-one session with me, if you ever feel stuck, if you feel burned out, if you feel like you want to plan or you want to create a strategy, if you want to write your book, whatever it may be, just come talk to me and we can go from there. So it's the same thing. Like, matter of fact, with people write in their books, I say this: if you had the opportunity, either one of you, have you wrote a book?
I have not. So
if you had the opportunity to read what your great grandma thoughts were, would you love that?
I would. My grandmother, I just read her 7th or 8th grade, like all about me thing. It was the coolest thing ever. Her handwriting was still the same. Just hearing her thoughts, seeing her thoughts, how she thought at that age. That was my grandma, so I only known her as my grandma.
Yes.
So seeing her in that, yes, I recently, like probably with the last couple of months, I just was able to read that.
Now you
That
have
was
the
coolest.
opportunity to provide it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your son will eventually get older, and God, willing, he get married, have a great family, and you're gonna be a grandmother, and then they get a chance to see what your thoughts was in 30, what I mean? Your 30s and 20s.
That's some
and,
great points.
So if you got the ability to give that to the next generation and you concerned about how other people feel about, man.
What are we talking about?
I need to carry around a kickball somewhere. Every time I make my point, just boom.
Dodgeball, like the hit him in the head.
Yeah, right.
I think this was an amazing show. I was so excited for you to come on, and then you exceeded any expectation that I had. This was a really great show. It was so insightful. Anybody that we were here, we were talking, we were listening. We were part of the conversation, but we were still enlightened. I think.
Absolutely.
I can speak for both of us. I think
Absolutely. I was just sitting here like,
I love having conversations about mindsets and perspectives because I don't think it's the easiest way to grow. I mean, like, it is, but it's not, right? It's one of those things where it's like I can take matters into my own hands, right? Like in the privacy of wherever I am, I can redirect my thoughts and recondition my brain and, start, whatever I need to do on the mental level. So I think that's a really just cool conversation to have because people don't realize the tools that they have in their pockets, right within us. So, but sometimes it just takes, a person like you to just talk about it, enlighten us, and remind us of the power that we do have.
Yeah.
So going to grow.com, you guys, if you guys want to book a session, have a conversation with Cyrus, pick his brain, talk to him about, any businesses that you're doing at entrepreneurship, questions, things like that. He is your go-to guy. And I think the Burnout, CyrusAusar.com.
Yeah, CyrusAusar.com.
Let me go
You
back
can get
to
this
you.
Burnt Out but Built for More. And this cover was designed by my great friend.
Smile.
Yeah, let me pause.
Is that right?
I want y'all to see the way back. See everything. But it was designed by my great friend Bruce Budd. He's an amazing artist. He can draw with both hands at the same time.
That's so cool.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Amazing.
So I mean, in this book, I think I can say I wrote it, but it came from so many different people. Perspective and great conversations with my brothers and with my nephews, just so many people in life that I love, and they willing to pour into Cyrus in regards of what's progressive for me. Yeah. I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. I'm in an amazing space. I'll put it like that. I'm in an amazing space.
That's good to hear. You hear.
I don't know what else to say. I'm in an amazing space.
That often people, that's really good.
All the way around the board.
People don't say that. Yes.
Yeah, you don't get that, and they might like you said, "Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine."
Yeah, I'm good.
It is refreshing. It is refreshing to hear somebody say, "No, I'm really, really good."
I'm genuinely in a good space.
Yeah.
How much is your soap?
$20.
Look, we about to get I'm about to get some now.
All right.
All right.
So who's willing to match me? Where you go?
TrueBodyCode.com. TheTrueBodyCode.com.
And I don't know if y'all put y'all pricings for advertisement on here. Do you normally do that, or
we don't normally
or somebody got to call?
We got packages now
somebody got to call.
$150, $250, and
so they got
$350. I think is the pricing. Yeah,
can y'all pull up who can I talk to for packages?
You talk to Danny Williams right here. She'll get you straight, all the way straight.
So Danny is gonna get us good on
Danny
packages.
at Lucas Live Media. Danielle at LucasLiveMedia.com.
Okay.
Info at LucasLiveMedia.com.
There we go.
What they be doing is being very humble, very
that's true.
Laid back.
Like if you want,
I'm gonna get on here and sell.
Let's go.
I walked in the studio. It's painted. Is immaculate. It's really good. And the setup and the TVs. I remember you excited getting all four of them together.
Right.
All that requires finances. That's coming out of Lucas' pocket. Or in all the sweat, the heart, just all that stuff, man. I wish people can understand. And I believe y'all do understand. And I understand that y'all got your own issues as well. But try your best to uplift your company and your business and who you are as a person, and look at the resources around you. You have this foundation. You have a Lucas Live where you can advertise, and you got the ability to give them numbers. You got, y'all doing commercials, y'all doing shout outs, y'all doing so much stuff.
Yeah.
And if you are in this area, Stark County, and you're not utilizing Lucas Live's platform, I think you're doing yourself a disservice. Like, it's just ridiculous.
I appreciate that.
Seriously,
cut the clip.
We cut the clip. Cut the clip. Absolutely, we appreciate that. For people who are interested in advertising, you're trying to get your business name out there, and people often say, "I don't have money for marketing." Well, then you don't have money to grow your business. It's like you got to tell people what you do. They don't know, and once your circle around you, the 10 people who are going to be at Thanksgiving this year have already bought the thing. They may not buy it again, and they may have only bought it just to support you and love them for that. But to say, I want to get in front of more people, because we have the Cyrus Ausars, we have the mayor coming on, we have others who are, we think we're pretty interesting, Danny. I think we are. We also bring in great guests, and we're doing more and more now. We're going to have 3 shows this week, which is incredible. So to get your name out there, for people to hear about you and see about you. And in this moment, we do want to thank our sponsors. Shout out to United Boxing Club, Coach Marquise. Guy Keith, amazing guy. Somebody asked online the other day, they said, is there a boxing for children? I want to get my son into something. And several people said him, and I couldn't say enough about what he did. I got custody of my middle children in 2017, and they were going through a lot, and it was just a lot going on. And it wasn't just basketball, football, the basic stuff. I needed them to get into something to get an outlet for what they were going through and dealing with. And going to Coach Marquise wasn't just about boxing. He was a father figure. He was an uncle. He cared about those kids, and he cares about every kid and every person that comes into his gym. So if you're interested, young or old, however you are, and you want to do something to work out and learn to defend yourself, that's always good to know as well these days, right? Check out United Boxing Club. Again, we want to thank our community sponsor, Mentor Stark, for everything they're doing at Mentor Stark to help build mentorship programs, and really to support and be the outlet for people to understand what mentorship programs are available in the area. You guys stay tuned. Every Friday, we will have our community spotlight with our news anchor Panther, brought to you by Mentor Stark. That will be back out. Our next episode will be this Friday. Shout out to our friends at Anomaly, Crystal Dawson Johnson. Whatever merch you need, she can make it happen with a smile. She has the brightest smile. She's in there, so much joy about what she does. She made us stuff for multiple things. She makes all our merch. Shout out to her. CSC for the CSC chat, for being our chat sponsor for all of our shows, is absolutely incredible. For all of your credit or banking needs, go to CSE. And Jessica Danielle at Jessica Danielle Nails at the Nail Bar. Ladies, don't just wait till the summer to keep them nails and feet right now. Get your stuff right, stay right, and go see our girl Tiff. She's down there now as well. And then the True Body Co., as always, as Cyrus said, if you're not buying some True Body soap today, we don't know what you're doing. You're playing around.
Listen. We're going to end it off. We're going to leave y'all with a message from Footage Fusion. If you're looking to get some reels, TikTok videos, anything out there for your business, for yourself, if you're trying to be a influencer, content creator, and you need help editing those videos and making them pop for TikTok and all of that, let us know. Here at Footage Fusion, we can get that right for you too. I'm Danny Williams.
I'm Lucas Tyndale.
And
Cyrus Ausar.
Yes, sir.
That was another episode of Chattin Live. Here is a message from Footage Fusion, and we'll see you guys tomorrow with Trey from Ohio. Bye.
Are you or your business showing up on social media how you want to? Probably not. You know you need to be doing Reels or TikToks or YouTube Shorts, because you know that's where everybody's attention is. Might be where you're watching me at right now. But so many people don't show up there because they just don't have the time. They don't know how to edit and cut clips and make things fly in from over here and fly out over there. You don't know how to do all those things, but we do. Here at Footage Fusion, we help companies and individuals like you have eye-catching content that stops the scroll and breaks the mold. So what's the problem? The problem is you're busy running your business. It's called a business for a reason, because you're busy. You should be busy, but we want to be busy helping you cut content. All those other apps out there to tell you it's really easy to edit content. You still don't have time.
2 hours later.
But we do. Let us be your content coaches so we can stay up on the latest trends in social media, and let us be your editors. You have a doctor, you have a lawyer, you have a mechanic. You now have a video editor that's on your side to do all of your content editing here at Footage Fusion. Visit us at Footage Fusion.